everyone, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we're taking a look at the RyuSoul buckle from Kishiryu Sentai Ryusoulger. You'll notice it's not the DX RyuSoul buckle, I guess because there's really nothing DX about it. It's pretty much just a belt loop with a RyuSoul holder, a sword holder, and a belt buckle. But I think it's kind of neat. It shows you right here on the front how each of those features work. And it does come with the, I'm guessing, RyuSoul. So we'll see how my pronunciation is when we get to the sword. Nice group shot down there once again. On top, not really too much going on. Picture of red, picture of the RyuSoul. On this side, just have a nice picture of red, another picture of red. And then again, cool group shot over here, but otherwise it just kind of shows you how each of those features work. And then of course the RyuSoul is compatible with the changer, the sword, and the mecha. No batteries required because there are no electronics in this toy. So that's pretty much it for the packaging. Go ahead and get it out of there. We'll take a closer look. Alright, so here is everything you get in the box. Well, that's not quite true. There are the belt loops. I don't even usually bother taking them out of the box because they don't fit me and they just take up a lot of shelf space. But you just feed the belt loops through here. You can see there's a kind of a cool little, that corkscrew symbol they have on their chest there. So you just feed the belt loops through here. What they usually have you do is there are two ends that they feed through and then they have them pegged together here behind the belt loop. They wrap around and then they peg around the back and they have two little plastic nubbins to kind of go over to hold them in place. You also will want to feed the belt loop through this, which is what holds the sword, and through this, which is kind of a little RyuSoul holder. So this thing can hold up to 3 RyuSouls, and I'll show you how these work. Most exciting thing in the box probably is this belt buckle that looks like a little egg. You put a thumb on this, pop that open, and there is spot to hold a RyuSoul. So we'll go ahead and we'll take a closer look at this in a minute, but fold it in half, and then you just go ahead and drop it right in here, and it fits very snugly. As you can see, there's a molded spot so that like all the space is filled. It doesn't rattle around in there, which is nice. And then you just go ahead, close that, and there you go. Your belt buckle is holding 1 RyuSoul. Pop that open. It's there. Pull it out. Close it up. And then, boom, you have your RyuSoul. So again, we'll come back to this guy in a moment. But yeah, it's got some nice gold paint here on the front. Otherwise, it's kind of a butterscotchy gold color for the rest of the plastic. That's really all it does. Like I said, you just feed the belt loops through there. That's it for that. For the little RyuSoul holder, you go ahead and you just slide it on the little track, just like you would slide it on the little track that's in the changer. It clicks into place. Here's RyuSoul Red. Go ahead, fold him in half. There you go. So that's it. Just it holds 2. Now you can, if you would rather, store them in the night mode. You can certainly do so. There's nothing to stop you. So if you'd rather attach them on there like that, you certainly can. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for that. Just a way to hold 2 RyuSouls. And then the last thing is the sword holster. So if we bring the sword in, you just slide this in, and you'll actually see on this side there is a little track here, and there's a peg inside the holster that when it'll go in this channel, and when it hits here it'll stop. So you can kind of see that already on the inside. It's not the easiest to see, but you can see it right. See if I can get the light to cooperate. Right here where my finger is, there you go. That's where that is. So you just go ahead, this rides in here, it'll fit into the channel, and then it just kind of stops. So this will be what's on your belt, and then the sword will just stop here, and then you just pull it out, pop it back in. So there you go. That's how the sword holster works. Very self-explanatory. So unless you're buying this thing for cosplay, this is probably the main reason that you bought this buckle set. This is the exclusive RyuSoul that comes with it. This is the, I'm probably pronouncing this wrong, Fue or Fei RyuSoul. I do like how it has 2 swords, 2 hands with 2 swords there. It also has 2 dino heads over here on the side. Otherwise, it looks pretty much like any other generic light gray power-up soul. Just for comparison, here is the one that came with the sword. As you can see, the body is pretty much identical. The sticker on the shield is different, and then the molding of the sword is different. So go ahead, fold that in half, and you have kind of two dino heads there, which is kind of neat. And then on the back, it is the generic head, which is the exact same as the one from the other side. And then this is B045, and this one was B023. So we'll go ahead and pop this in the changer. So like the Tsuyo soul that we got with the sword, it just says RyuSoul. So you get that same robotic sound in Ike Soul. So it's basically just a generic sound that it makes for all of these light gray power-up souls, which is kind of a bummer. So it seems like all of these light gray ones are going to have the same generic sound in the changer. But there is new sounds to be had with the sword. I love that sound effect. That's really fun. So let's go ahead and do the chomping. So there you go. Those are the two different kind of final attacks you can do with it. Also, you get a generic, or I should say a specific sound. Well, that's kind of funny. Now it's back to the... Now it's back to the generic sound. If we take it out and pop it back in... So there's the specific attack sound by just hitting the trigger. So I think that's pretty cool. A decent amount of sound effects that are specific to that soul, so very cool. So I will say that I think it's one of the better buckle sets we've gotten in recent years. I'm trying to even remember what the last one was. Was it Ninja? Was that the last time we got a buckle? Might be. In any case, it's got decent amount of play value. It's got the buckle itself with the egg feature, which is kind of neat. It's got the sheath for the sword. It's got the extra holders, the two little holder piece on the side. So I feel it's got decent play value. But I would say unless you're a cosplayer who can actually fit into this, I certainly could not. Or a kid who's actually going to be running around the house wearing this, playing and having fun, it's probably an easy pass. If you're like me and you want it just for the RyuSoul, there's probably a Candy Toy or Gashapon release that'll have this RyuSoul in it later on. And I really don't know what the difference is going to be between deluxe Candy Toy, Gashapon versions of the RyuSouls. I don't know. They could be almost identical. I mean, when you're not dealing with something with lights and sounds in it, it's usually pretty similar, but there'll probably be some kind of difference. Maybe paint applications, something like that. I'm really not sure yet. So it's going to be up to you guys. I could also see waiting on this, and it could go on sale later on, because these kind of things don't usually fly off the shelves, especially for online retailers. So you could wait for a sale for this, or you could just wait for the Candy Toy or Gashapon version of this RyuSoul. It's up to you. But I definitely don't think it's something that every collector needs to have, because there's really not too much you're going to do with it. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thank you so much for watching.